Yo, what up, Street Dogs? Here, Kim. All right, the Turbo Thought. This Turbo Thought is this notion of a daily. So, in car culture, there's a notion of having a daily driver, then having the weekend car, right? But I like the idea that every day should be a weekend, or there's no discrepancy between weekends and weekdays, and every day is equal to every other day. And so, owning more than one car seems like a little bit inconvenient. In my opinion, like even a simple thing which is crazy, like sometimes I forget that, let's say you get like a Super End whatever weekend car, you gotta like turn it on once a week, you gotta charge it, or the batteries go out, you gotta get towed or whatever have you. And then I'm starting to realize, no matter how cool the weekend thing you have, let's say you have a Lamborghini that you just drive on the weekends, it just seems like kind of like more stress, annoyance than anything, unless it's your, daily driver. And so, I haven't come up with a good term for this yet, but it's not quite like practicality, because all these concepts of like practicality are just so moralized. Anything that's impractical is seen as bad. But then again, art is impractical, and yet art is still one of our supreme values. And efficiency is kind of a good one, like to do more with less. Facere in Latin means to do. So I kind of like the notion of efficiency, but at the same time it conjures this notion of, somebody twisting knobs or widgets in a faster manner than somebody else. So I kind of like this notion maybe of a more streamlined life, a more productive life, a less cumbersome life, a less annoying life. And simple heuristics, right? Typically if you have more than one of something, it just causes more stress. So for me, the only camera I use is the Ricoh GR3. It makes life a lot simpler, and maybe the simplicity as a road to more effectiveness and efficiency and less paralysis by analysis. And the ultimate end is I just make more photos, right? And also the reason why we want to avoid stress is not avoiding stress for the sake of it, but by preventing ourselves from living a stressful lifestyle, we could just do more of what we love. So for example, certainly the Prius is probably the most boring car, but it seems like everyone I know who has like a high-end car or a sports car or a hypercar, everyone's daily driver seems to be a Prius. It's actually pretty hilarious. Like, I actually even met the dude who he used to have a Lamborghini, Ferrari exotic dealership, and at the end of the day, his favorite car to daily is just like a 2010 generation Prius. And yeah, so then, we could ask people about their opinions, but then just see their lived daily behavior. Prius seems to be the, fortunately and unfortunately, kind of like, the best car in terms of practicality. And maybe that's why the Lamborghini Urus, the SUV, and these other, exotic company SUVs are so popular, is that like you got a Lamborghini, you only got 2 seats, right? But what if you got a kid or you got clients, then you got a 5-seater, cool Lamborghini, which is essentially just a expensive Audi Q8 modded. But you can still kind of stunt or flex or whatever have you. And so yeah, I think it's kind of heading more towards like kind of more of a practical lifestyle, a lifestyle that's more effective, and that allows you to do more. Stress less about what's not important and focus on what matters more, which is like going on adventures, hiking, traveling, meeting up with friends, shooting photos, cooking, blogging, writing, whatever have you. And so just kind of think about the end, and then think whether the means support the end.